All right, good evening. I'm going to play around with Status Pro. I'm not sure that I know how to play the game confidently yet, but um, after going through the rules and looking at the charts several times, I thought I would at least try to get some practice in. So this is me playing around with Status Pro. This will not count towards any project game or anything like that. But I thought what I would do actually is just make a video. I'm not quite sure where it will go or for how long, but I thought I would make a video kind of sharing my thoughts, like just playing through a bit of it, sharing my thoughts. And I may or may not be doing this correctly. And if I'm not, and if you know that I'm not, please feel free to point out in comments where it is that I'm going wrong. And, we'll go from there. So, anyway, I didn't think I was tired. And then I turned on the camera and I realized some fatigue had set in. So, nonetheless, I'm going to do my best. Wasn't even quite sure in a setup. I've just got a bunch of things here that I may or may not need at some point. Including actually just out of camera view, I have the Statis Pro Random Fact Flipper from Lewis Research. There are actually two of them. One is one complete card in each flip. It says draws from the complete deck, so I guess it means that the deck is automatically reshuffled each time. And there's another one. Actually, let me just go back and see specifically what it is, what it says there. Um, the other one is, whoops, that's football. Nope, hockey. Normal deck, there's a normal deck and a random one. So for the random one, each flip is one complete fact and draws from the complete deck. So the other one removes the card from the deck until the reshuffle. Because I already have the deck here, I might as well go with the random one just for a true alternative, I guess. Anyway, so assuming I know what I'm doing, and I shouldn't assume that with any great confidence, let's imagine that we're kicking things off here for period one. And so we're gonna have a face off, and I like the advanced face off. And to be honest with you, the advanced face off to me did not seem to be any more complicated than the basic face off. I could be proven wrong about that, but I really wish that card had not come up first. Let's just pretend that you did not see that. Let's start with a standard action card. Again, this is not an official game. This does not count toward any project or anything like that. Some of these cards ended up not being printed on the same grade of paper, which I probably should take issue with, take it up with the place where I got them printed. But for reasons I'm not actually going to explain on camera, I don't think I will. Anyway, so let's say that I draw here 76. We compare the two face-off ratings. I've got a 1 here for Billy Birch, assuming that the center would take the face-off. There is also a face-off usage here, 5, 17, 3, and the defense have 0. The defense here also has 0, and then 6, 29, and 4. So let's assume that Birch is taking the draw against Morenz. Morenz with a face-off rating of 2, Birch with a face-off rating of 1. Morenz would have a rating of +1 for the face-off, so that means with the random number of 76, Birch wins the draw. So here's my favorite puck. Again, no, it's not a hockey puck, but it's a practical one, so it's what I like to use. And so we draw another card here. Puck stolen by defender. So defender, if I'm not mistaken, that would. And I want to actually show some of these charts. Like basically, whether I'm getting it right or wrong, I'm going to explain why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I would assume that the defender, no, that one actually indicated either way. I'm assuming it's the center. I'm assuming for the center that, yeah, well, here we go. Defense. So C defended by the C. This is on page 5 of the instructions. C defended by C. And secondary LD or RD if you double team. I'm not doing anything like double teaming right now, so we'll say that Morenz takes the puck away. And I guess we play on. Let's see here. Whoops. So this one's a 69, but I'm looking at the action first. This is puck poked away by defense. Oh dear, this is going to be so 1924, 1925, however unintentionally. From what very little I know about it. So puck poked away by defense, soccer match on skates, and controlled by the 4th best defense rating. So now I have to do a little looking. So I'm poked away by the defense, and I look at the defense ratings here. I've got a -2, 0, -2, -3, and -2. So the 4th best, goodness. I guess that's Billy Birch because I mean, I have 3 players here who would tie for second best, right? And then I have -3 that's the best. Again, if I'm wrong about that, please let me know. So I'm going to give the puck back to Billy Birch. So it's gone from Morenz to Birch to Morenz to Birch to... yeah, I mean, that's possible. Something like that could happen in hockey. There could be, I don't know, maybe the face-off, one guy falls over, there's a scrum, everybody's digging for the puck, the referee's not going to blow the whistle. I'm trying to imagine something like that. And we play on. So now I have to check for penalty. Wow. Okay. Oh dear. Okay. So checking for penalty rather. I assume what I do here is I look at this, the team penalty finder chart. And again, I could be wrong about this, but let's assume that I do. I'm going to flip here random number 21, and I'm going to look at the two team penalty charts as well. It's, let's see, penalty rating 5 and penalty rating 4 here for Montreal and Hamilton. So Montreal, I have the home team over here, visitors here. Montreal basically has become the Washington Generals on my channel. Anyway, 5 and 4. So I'm going to look here, 5, and then go down to 4 for the visitors. It says 1 to 31 home team penalty, 32 to 56 visitors. So that's going to fall in Montreal's penalty range. And then I'm going to draw another random card and look at another random number. And I know that I could be using 2d10, could and probably should be using 2d10 for some of this. But, I mean, there are 105 cards in the deck. And, again, I'm just playing around with it for the time being. So, assuming I drew another random card here, I see penalty on 4th high. The infraction is hooking, if you care about that. Minor, 10 cards, 2 minutes. There's only a coincidental if the opponent... So I would assume the opponent would be... the penalty rating of the direct opponent of whoever does get the penalty here. And again, I'm looking for the 4th highest, I presume. So 34, 15, 30. Obviously, Fernhaley here's upside down. He isn't playing. 6 and 32. So the 4th highest then would be Morenz. So this is going to be a penalty to Morenz. This is an all-center hockey game so far. And then I look at his penalty rating, and Birch's is only a 3. So I'm going to assume that Morenz goes to the box for 2. How can I do this? Actually, so this is a 10-sided die, and I'll read 0 as 10, and I'll put this, or no, maybe I'll read the 0 as 0, and move that into view. And so, because now Morenz is going to be off the ice for 10 cards, and the Hamilton Tigers are going to be on the power play. So, let's see here. It's the first card that I would flip, and I guess... Actually, I don't know. I mean, would it be a delayed penalty there? Please let me know if you know. I mean, maybe I should just play on. But I'm going to give the penalty to Morenz. And so we'll see here off the face-off. Who would take the draw then? Let's say that it's, who is the second highest face-off usage? Oriel Joliet. Face-off +1, Birch +1, so that we're even. In that case, 98, I think, would go to, and there is a chart for that. Not a small one. 98 would go to... Lower face-off usage, 52 to 100, I guess. Lower face-off usage is Joliet, so he gets the puck. So Joliet here, shorthanded, we get the puck. There's possibly something for power play and penalty killer. Again, I could be thinking of Paradise Hockey. So I guess I'm going to flip. I have some things like, for example, in Hockey Bones, when in doubt, treat it as an interception. I think in this game, just when in doubt, flip an action card. Or flip a fact, rather. So 64. 1 pass to choice, second highest with the shot on goal A, and I have to treat that... how does that work? Shorthanded, I think I take 10 away from a shot on goal A. And then second highest shot on goal A rating for a shot on goal A. So the second highest shot on goal A rating probably is going to be Billy Boucher over here. And so Boucher being the right wing, I would look to the left defenseman here, Alex McKinnon. I have him at the left defense position, even though it says RD. This is 1924, and honestly, kudos to Brian. I've said this before in the description to the prior video, I think, but kudos to Brian for even trying to card this season. I can't imagine this couldn't have been easy, but anyway, I have McKinnon over here in the left defense slot. And since it's a shot on goal A, I'm looking to the defense, not the intimidation. His defense is a -2. Boucher's shot on goal A is a 23. But I also have to look at, I don't see any AB. I don't see any assist bonus. And you know what? That would be consistent with being shorthanded as well, actually. I mean, you'd be maybe a little less likely. I don't know, maybe not. So I guess what I'm going to do here, let's see. Let me think about this. You know what? Of course, now that I'm on the spot, I cannot find it right away, but I'm pretty sure, again, that'd be 23 -2. and also minus 10. So 23, I guess, minus 12 here for Boucher's shot on goal A. So his range is 11. Let's see here. We're going to draw. And actually, wait, so that was one, I think one. Yeah. No, maybe two. I think the face-off would also count. So we're going to say 2 out of 10 um, here on the power play for the Hamilton Tigers. And let's see here. So 64. Now I flip to see if this is in Boucher's range. Normally it might have been, but shorthanded it's not going to be. So this is not in his range, so I'm going to treat it as a rebound. And I'm going to look at the next card here. I'm going to check the rebound. It says defensive right wing. So I think that's just going to automatically go to Shorty Green over here. And I'm going to flip this again a time or two. I think I'll count the shot and the rebound. We'll say 4 out of 10. And we play on, I guess. So Shorty Green, we're going to draw for an action. It says puck to right wing. Right wing already has it. And then to center. To the highest shot on goal C rating for a shot on goal C. And of course, a shot on goal C is one that I do not have to take. The highest shot on goal C rating is Red Green over here. And he probably has a duct tape to his stick. Sorry, that was terrible. It was just my first thought. Again, don't try to be funny. So Red Green, I don't know. Do I take a shot on goal C? If I wanted to take a shot on goal C, I would look at Sprague Cleghorn's intimidation. Given on what I've read about the Cleghorn brothers, that looks pretty consistent. So a -4. And then Red Green here, 6. And so I guess that would be 2 on that shot, unless there was an assist bonus. Funny, I'm not seeing AB on any cards yet that I can recall. So I think that just means a straight up like 6 and then -4. So he would need a 1 or 2 to score. You know what? Why not? I'm feeling lucky. 54, of course, it's well out of range. So I'm going to flip again and I'm going to check rebound. And I think that's probably, let's go with like 7 right here. So if you ever sat down and tried to learn how to play a hockey game sort of live on the fly like this and felt like you were an idiot and you didn't understand what was going on, I guess one of the purposes of this video is just for me to sort of humbly make a complete dumbass of myself, trying to play a game that quite obviously I don't quite know how to play yet. I'm still kind of going through the motions of it because honestly, this is the first time that I've really set it up and played through it like this. I've gone through the book and the chart several times, but until you actually put what you've looked at to the cards, it's a little, I don't know. I mean, it's it's a whole different ball game once you're actually flipping the cards. I think for yourself and moving things around here. So anyway, what did I say there? So yeah, he obviously, so the rebound. Okay, so this was a flip for a rebound, I think. So it would go to the defensive left defenseman. So Sprague Cleghorn unable to. Well, I guess he did intimidate him successfully. So Cleghorn now with the puck. I haven't figured out when I'm going to do a line change yet. There is actually a line change somewhere in here. I have it. A line change chart, which to be honest, I'll probably ignore and just coach the teams, but it's there if you want it and if you like it. I will at least try it. Maybe not here at this moment, but this is something that I will at least try. And I might even try making another version of this video if this one I think just turns out to be a little too casual, but we will see. So Sprague Cleghorn with the puck, yeah, defensive left defenseman. So I'm assuming, I guess I do an action draw for him. Now the action here, you know what? It says dump the puck and change the offensive lines. I kind of feel like that's meant to be. Like, I feel like it's probably a good time for me to do that anyway. So look at that. We have Lafleur here. Roland Lafleur. History's interesting. Names are interesting. And we're going to, so you know what? I'm going to, should I flip? I'm just going to change the forward lines out for now. Again, this was 1924, 1925. I pointed this out in the prior video, but these guys all averaged like either just above or just below half an hour time on ice in a 60-minute game, which I mean now, the top player in the league might play 26, 27 minutes a night, probably a defenseman. And your top forward, I think McDavid on a good productive night where everything's going right for him might get like 24 minutes. Or in a game where Edmonton's playing behind and they're trying to catch up is more likely. And so McDavid might be out there for 23 or 24 minutes. But yeah, it's rare for even a top line of forwards really to get too much more than like 20, 22 minutes per night. So half an hour, that's a lot. So the defense as well. I mean, Sprague Cleghorn here, 36 minutes and 47 seconds. Okay, so Sprague is going to stay on the ice for now, but he is going to dump the puck. And so I don't know anything about a loose puck or anything like that. And am I supposed to check clutch? So I've got dump puck, timing, and clutch. I've got these things in red. So I guess team clutch rating on the next shot. I like that idea. It doesn't even say who for. It's possibly for Montreal since they had the last touch of it, but they are sort of dumping it and giving it away, which would indicate Hamilton, probably, maybe, possibly. And I will add this. I do feel as if some of these rules are designed with the purpose of having your own interpretation of some of what's going on. I noticed that even during the instructions, I think it's Brian himself who inputs like, well, this is how it is or how it was, because there's been a couple of editions of the game, and there's the odd note in here like I do it like this, but and I like that. Actually, that makes this sort of more of a guide than like a straight like it must be played this way rule book that I would ignore a little bit anyway. So what am I going to do here? Let's see. I'm just gonna, you know what? When in doubt, flip an action card, flip a fact. I gotta stop calling them action cards, but I mean it does say action there at the top. This is fact number 5, and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna give it to Hamilton, and Hamilton. So pass to left wing, and then right wing. I see an assist bonus now. I like that, and off to the center for a shot on goal A. Is shot on goal A rating here, Mickey Roach? It's 1-8. So I look at Johnny Matz, his defense is 0, so it's a straight 1-8. I am going to add that team clutch, which I noticed Peter Miller had that actually taken away. But I think the card that in his example Statis Pro video, it's the next 2 shots. This is just the next shot. Lucky for me, there's a little less to keep track of. And so I guess I'm just going to take a shot here for Mickey Roach. And let's see here. So 1-8. That's a 60. That's not in range. And so I'm going to look at the rebound. I don't think I look at the rebound on this card. I think I've got to flip, sort of like shootout. You have to flip for every little outcome to keep things completely random. And highest face-off usage. Sorry. Home team right defenseman. Okay, Montreal's the home team. So Silvio Mantha, it doesn't matter in this instant, offense, defense, Silvio Mantha is going to have the puck. When in doubt, we flip another action card. So pass to the right wing and then to the left wing. This I must say I do like about this game. I like that it's a little different, and I like that with the action readings and also the rebounds, there's like a little more substance to it. It really does feel like 14 seconds could have transpired. I can visualize a few passes, a few open ice passes being made. These guys are professionals. They're probably not going to screw that up and turn it over every time. In fact, full disclosure or confession or whatever you want to say, one of the things that I've had trouble with in designing and developing some of my own games is that even good players will turn the puck over too often. And I'm not going to get into the how and the why. I have since come up with conditions to sort of mitigate that, but that can be a difficult game I've discovered in the process. That can be a difficult thing to try to overcome, try to avoid things being a little too 50-50-ish. And so I like that, a straight pass right wing, then to left wing off to the center for a shot on goal A. Like I can see all that going on. And so, wait a minute now. Did the defense have the puck? I think so, right? Right defense, right home, right defenseman. Yes. So pass to right wing and then left wing and then off to the center. Johnny Matz here for a shot on goal A. Johnny Matz with 1-2 are his stats here. Matt's stats: 2 goals and 3 assists. It was only a 30-game season, so I mean he would have put him on pace for 5 or 6. But Johnny Matz here, shot on goal A. His opposition there, defense for Mickey Roach is 0, and why not, right? Again, are you feeling lucky? 12. So I think anyone semi-decent actually it would have been in their range. And it would have forced Jake Forbes over here to try and make a save at 12. Nothing doing there, and so we're going to flip and check the rebound. Rebound home team highest player value. Now, so for that, I think I'm looking at the V here. So it's going to go back to Sprague Cleghorn with his V of 18. I think if I'm not mistaken, the value is also used for draft leagues as well, in which case Roland Lafleur, I guess, just plays for free or is worthless. Sorry. Anyways, zeros across the board there for his stats. Really, I feel like the name Lafleur got him into this game for obvious reasons. So I'm not sure if he's a descendant of the or an ancestor of the flower or not, but spread Clankhorn. Okay, so we're going to flip and take a look at another action. I see this has crawled up to about 20 minutes, and I sort of made a silent decision to myself. I wouldn't play much beyond 20 minutes because it's quite clear here that I do not yet know what I'm doing. But I just sort of wanted to play through and talk through my thoughts, and I feel like I'm kind of going in slow motion here, and I'm sorry about that. But I did want to get Statis Pro back to the table and just, I wanted a video like this. Maybe you will not. Maybe this is something that you won't like. And I know I've gotten a couple of comments. Hey, I'm looking forward to your Statis Pro, and you might be wholeheartedly unsatisfied with this. But you know what? It's sincere. This is where I'm at with it right now. Like I say, I've gone through everything here multiple times, but I've yet to get it to the table. So anyway, Cleghorn, I think, yeah, he had the puck, highest player value. And so I'm looking at, I really like that about Facts. I will say that I'm not going to miss playing games with Facts for that reason, that when in doubt, you can probably just take, peek backwards. The dice, obviously, if I pick them up and I roll again, I'm going to have to try to remember, the number that turned up in the prior roll. And that's, seems a little less likely that I'll be able to do that, especially with the camera turned on. So Cleghorn here, passed the choice, passed the highest shot on goal A rating for a shot on goal A. So is Cleghorn going to pass it to himself in that event then? Maybe he's going to chip and chase and take it. You know what? I'm going to try to be fair. He's going to pass it to Brother Odie. And let's see here. For his shot on goal A, defense here +1. So actually, right wing. So I'm looking at the left defense. Defense -2. So again, I have a chance of 1-2. I did mention off the top, actually, with this game that I might have to do some kind of hybrid play in this. And that might actually be what it is that, I might, again, I've not tried to work anything out with it yet, but it could involve something like, and sorry if this is going to sound sacrilege, but like fewer action cards in the deck, and mostly shot on goal A only, disregarding B or C. This is very rough. This is something that when I put it to practice, I might be like, no, this doesn't work. But just what I'm thinking here. So anyway, Cleghorn, you know what? 26. So again, it's not in Cleghorn's range. I do like, again, though, I do like the idea of like flipping and checking for the rebound. I like this way of resolving it after a shot that's not in range. If the shot is in range and Forbes makes a save, then he automatically covers and there's a face-off. I like that. Again, I do feel like this game engine does solve a lot of problems that I've encountered myself, as I alluded to earlier or mentioned earlier, in trying to design a hockey game. I like the way that it resolves some of those issues. So I definitely do think that I will be better for the experience. And this is no indication of the project to come. This is just me being completely, honest about where I am at with this game right now. So it is what it is. Anyway, I hope that you got something out of this video. I'm glad, if nothing else, that I finally did get it to the table. I'm probably going to play on further off camera. I may or may not even remake this video and upload it. We'll see. I'll probably play this back and go through it and kind of analyze it a little bit and decide whether or not to actually put it up. But so yeah, this is Statis Pro Hockey. Not sure if there's anything else here in the charts that the forechecking, by the way, I didn't say it off the top, but I assume should it come up, I was just going to go with 2 for either side. Again, just working out the kinks and trying to show myself the ropes here. The special action chart, had that come up, that could have been a bit of an or pausing and some ensuing confusion. And I think I did this correctly, because actually at one point when I paused it, I was going through and I was looking for shorthanded shot on goal A, and I happened to notice what led me to believe that I at least did that part of it correctly. So anyway, let me know what you think, especially if you have played this game before, and if I have any idea what I'm doing, if I'm even headed in the right direction or not. So that is definitely more than enough out of me for the time being, and I appreciate any time that you've taken with a video like this, and any support in the way of commenting, liking, subscribing, clicking the notification bell, anything like that. It's never expected, but it is always appreciated, and it's all good. So bye for now.